And I would like to find out if there's, if it's offensive for someone to wear too much perfume, because I tend to wear a lot of perfume when I'm going out.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we did mention it earlier. We said sometimes too much perfume can be overpowering because people around you react differently. Some people feel dizzy when they smell certain smells, and they actually feel sick. Some people feel sick when the smell is too much, and that's why it's really important. We're going to talk now about how to use fragrances, that you do use them in moderation, you know, and you do have to think about the people around you. The question is, why do you use too much perfume? Is it because you think it wears off quickly? Because, like I said earlier, even though we can't smell it on ourselves anymore, people around us actually can. So it's not about how much you use, it's about using a decent amount that actually keeps you fresh for the entire day. And it's not about using 3 different perfumes that's going to make it last longer. It does depend. One perfume can actually do the trick, you know.
Okay.
So how do we use fragrance? First of all, I have to say, depending on where you're going that day, what you're going to do, who you're going to meet. Okay, like I said earlier, if you're going to a hospital, you really don't want to overpower yourself with perfume because there are sick people around. Having said that, though, I mentioned earlier that some offices actually now have a policy, dress policy, down to fragrance policies. And they say in certain offices they don't want you to wear too much perfume for people's reactions and a whole lot of reasons, okay? So what are the guidelines? Are there any policies behind me going out to that place today? Other than that, you wear perfume in moderation. I would really say if you have to put 3 different perfumes on, that actually to me is amounting to wastage. Okay, there's really no need.
I'm talking about recession.
Yes, I'm talking about recession. Because some of these perfumes are pretty expensive.
Oh, no.
You know, you don't. It's not really about whether people can identify the smell on you or not.
Okay, we have another caller.
Okay.
Janet. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want to find out, you know, somebody mentioned something about lemon. Did the person say putting the lemon in the room or putting it in the water, in your water, bath water? I don't understand. I want to be clear about the lemon issue.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have used it before.
Right.
And I rubbed it directly on my underarms. Okay?
So, and if you don't want to rub it directly like that, you can squeeze the juice into a flannel, a towel, a small towel, squeeze that juice and dab under, direct, like that.
Before you shower? After you shower?
No, after you shower.
And leave it on the whole day?
Well, it's going to seep into you. You don't want to wash it off.
Well, mine
because you've done it
and then I shower.
Maybe overnight.
Either way,
Maybe
yeah. But you see, the thing is, that's why I said if you dab it a little bit, you know, if you put it direct, you're almost going to rub some of the flesh of the lemon on you. So I can understand why you would take the shower. But if you squeeze it into a towel or a flannel and you use it like that, you're using almost in place of
a deodorant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope it's clear to you now.
All right. Having said that, though, when you use it, how to use fragrances, make sure it hasn't expired. Make sure it's not one that you've left for ages. It's been exposed to heat, and the smell, you know, is off-putting. And the smell is off-putting. You don't want the smell to be off-putting. You also want to make sure that it hasn't changed its color. But having said that, in using your perfumes, watch how you use it in moderation, like I said before. Some of us like a lot of it, but I don't think it's necessary. If your job is outside in the direct heat, you use a good quality perfume that will last, okay? Now, I would say good. So the best time to use perfume actually is when your pores are open. And most times, believe it or not, it's when you've come directly out of the shower and you put it directly on your skin. It will last the whole day. Having said that, though, most of us put it on our clothes, and I'll tell you a bit about that in a moment.
Okay, after this break. After this break. Okay. Welcome back. So you were going to talk about where to
use your fragrance.
put the
Yes.
perfume on the
I
body.
did say most times when you come out of the shower, your pores are open. If you wear fragrances then, it will last literally the whole day. But you really need to wear your fragrances or your perfumes, so to say, on your pulse areas. So we know our pulse areas. Most times it is here, here. Behind the ears is very sensitive, but it does work. So behind the ears, actually here and here, behind your knees. Now, scents actually rise. When it comes to smells, from body heat starts from down up. So they say try to wear a lot of your perfume down because it's going to rise and give you that ultimate smell in the day. So those pulse areas. You're not supposed to rub your perfume. You're crushing the fragrance. So some of us do this and we do this. That's wrong. You're crushing the fragrance smell. You just put it there and let it dry, within itself. Now, having said that, though, we still like to add a touch of perfume on our clothes. No, absolutely not. Okay. Once you've worn your antiperspirant, it's too sharp. Okay. It will burn you. And so we like to spray on our clothes. You don't do this and direct. You're actually going to spoil your outfits because of the oil content and the alcohol. You can hold it at a distance and just spray, not too far, but spray like this. Having said that, if you want to wear white, again, you don't want to be spraying directly on your white. I remember going to a function. It was an all-white affair. I did this, the finishing touch, and I got to the event and my friend said, what are all these yellow blotches? It then dawned on me that, oh my God, it was a perfume. So how do you wear fragrance when you're wearing white? It's not wastage. This is it. Spray in the air and walk under. Spray in the air and walk under.
Recession.
No, it's not going to waste.
Expensive.
Now, some people have said,
maybe just leave it on the pulse.
Yeah, on the pulse. Yes, you would have done that. But if you want your outfit to have a little fragrance as well, not direct on white, just spray a little in there, or spray in the front and walk into it. It's going to settle on you. But
why do you want your garment to have your fragrance, your body already? People can already smell it coming from your body.
Before you answer that, there's a call from Abuja. Hello.
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 Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
All right. I've used that lemon. I've used it before. I excuse it. Yes. Yes. I squeezed it inside a cup, and I used it directly with cotton wool. It works, but it doesn't work like that. I was still perceiving some odor, for myself. So I didn't like it like when I use perfume.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Interesting. All right. Okay, some people have actually said if you spray perfume in your hair, the fragrance around you will last longer. Now, it's true. Having said that, though, don't let it be your natural hair because you may damage your own hair. Yes. So some people have braids like this that we're both wearing. Some people think, okay, if you spray into the hair, it will take the odor away. Yeah, for the moment, it will.
But there is hair perfume.
Yes, of course. Yes,
you can buy hair perfume.
You can. Now, how do we keep them? I talked about keeping your perfumes in.
Okay, just before you go on with keeping them, there's this tweet that came in from Frank Pax Osifo, and it's saying, "Does it mean my perfume that has been in my car for close to 1 year is now expired?"
Now, I wouldn't say it has expired. I would say definitely it has worn out. Because the direct heat that is going on the bottle, the direct sunlight, yes, he might not notice it because he wears it, unconsciously. But it's definitely going to be worn out or wearing out. So if it was to last for 5 years, actually by keeping it in that condition, you have reduced its lifespan.
Quickly.
Some people actually tell you that if you leave your perfume in the fridge, actually it lasts longer. Yeah, yeah. Some people have done that. But at the end of the day, we all should identify at least some signature smells. You don't have to have one. You can have a variety of different ones. But your complete dressing actually is fulfilled when you actually have a good smell around you, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yes.
So
yes.
I don't know if you've
What's
got
your
an
signature
idea.
smell?
Okay.
Fruity, citrus,
Actually, as I have gone older, I have gone from musk to flower.
Okay. What's your signature smell?
I just like it. sometimes fruity, sometimes, just sweet.
Okay. Good to hear.
Yeah, that's
all right. Good to hear.
Leave it. Indeed, we've been talking with Janet Adetu, the etiquette lady. Good to have you here.
Thank you
so much for coming. We're supposed to have our artist of the week, O.J. Alexandra Terry, popularly known as Terry Akpala. But for one reason or the other, he said he called in that he's somewhere stuck in traffic. But we'd like to say it's been...
It's a wrap today. Yeah. Thank you for letting us be part of your Saturday morning. See you next week, same time, same station. I am Alero Idu, wishing you all the best.
And I am Yomi Otaigbe. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.